Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
uh,
what's up?
what's going on, man? This is a documentary, or mini documentary, I guess. I don't know. Uh,
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it, man. We've done this before, but we'll do it again. So, yeah, go ahead and check your phone, man. Do what you gotta do.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I just Levi fucked everything up.
This is that. Hey, we want to make this like this, man.
You want to make it gorilla style? That's some bullshit. He sucks. Sucks. Okay. Yeah. No. He's. I mean, you got people conflicting now, so you gotta deal with that. But you know. Huh?
This is. Alright, man, so we're gonna jump right into it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll ask you again. What does comedy mean to you?
Comedy to me is the tool to make everybody forget about the bad things in their life and to be happy.
Can you explain? Like,
Um, yeah, I do think that comedy. I do think comedy is the best medicine, in the fact that we go through tough times in our lives, and this comedic kind of tool of laughter and I can't explain it, man. Just shit. It was so good the first time.
no
Fuck.
No
Yeah.
question. This is the type of documentary I like to make.
Okay.
Not really.
We'll come back to that one. I'm off of it.
So, when you think about comedy, what, how do you see it affect everyday life? Not just for yourself, but for how people interact with each other and how you perceive the interactions. If you understand what I'm saying right there.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I'm a big person. I'm not really all too serious most of the time. People who know me can agree to that. I think everybody now is just so stuck up and stubborn. Nobody has a backbone anymore. Everything's just got to be so perfect to please everybody. I think down at the end, comedy is great because it can bring people together in a way. Like an interaction. I know me and you joke around and kid and make fun of stuff. And I think that's just kind of what we all need. Is we need to let loose a little bit and experience things that are happening in a lighter light. And that being said, I mean, there's also some things that we can't joke about. It goes a little too far, but
Go ahead and say what some of those things are for you.
Okay, yeah. Because I know that was probably one of your questions later.
I mean, yeah, but
I know I jumped on the I would jump the gun.
yeah. I mean, it's fine because you actually helped me right there because I was gonna generalize the question,
Yeah.
but that's a good point. What is too far from you?
Too far for me is the death. The death in general. Just kind of like joking about putting harm on somebody else. I think that's going a little too far. I think there's some traumatic things in history that are not worth joking about. I do think over time, we can laugh at, especially things in pop culture that have happened. I think we can definitely sit and make light of things that have happened. I think as a whole, we need to. Shit, man, I keep going. I had it so good. Had it so good a couple weeks ago.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is kind of better.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's more organic.
Yeah.
That's what I was going.
Yeah, I do think you can go too far. I think the Kathy Griffith, however you say her name, I think that incident went a little too far. Some jokes about past historical events, I think, are okay. Besides that, I think we're just all kind of a stuck-up country now. We all need to get a backbone and just make light of things that have happened. I think everyone's just kind of. I think people think with comedy now is if you say something, somebody's going to be offended. Somebody and this whole group is going to be offended. I think it's because it's become a trend where it's cool to feel offended about something just because other people are. I think we're kind of, especially comedy in itself, I think everyone is getting away from individualism when it comes to that.
Good answer. All right. Okay. So, what have been some of your influences in terms of comedy? You can name people, movies, television shows.
Influences on comedy. I'm going to start off with Mel Brooks, and I'm going to get like real deep on this one. I know you'll. Blazing Saddles is a great movie, man. I think it's funny. You definitely couldn't make it today. But I think everything that Mel did, that Young Frankenstein, he did Spaceballs, I think that was really kind of the adult comedy. That was like the first time I was really kind of, given that. And I just remember watching, Young Frankenstein with my dad, and he took something that was just so serious and so scary, and he made fun of, things that had happened during that time. He made fun of pop culture at the time. He used every tool at his disposal, but that being said, Mel Brooks was just a funny guy in general. A few years later, you had guys like Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, who were great for stand-up. Eddie Murphy was raw, man, but that was great. Back in the 80s, when he was in his prime, man, nobody would have questioned him. Nobody. But now if he went up and did that, everyone would just freak out. But I think, going back, I think that has built the foundation to what we have now, which is, these slapstick comedies like, the Hangover movies and everything that Seth Rogen is doing and Franco and all them. I think it's just an evolution of what those guys did, marketing to a different audience. I'm much more of an old school comedy guy than all this stuff now. But,